Okay, hi YouTube. Here's my 1989 Hoover Turbolite. I got this off eBay about 5 days ago. So of course it's not the same model that I used to have like 6 months ago. I sold that on to a friend because I needed the space and the money at the time. And also I didn't really like it that much because it was quite sun damaged. Like the whole hood was like yellow. I don't think that bothers him, but it bothered me because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, unfortunately. But this one isn't sun damaged, so I'm very pleased about that. It does look it a little bit on camera. Let me just show you in the window where the natural light is. As you can see, it's very white, whiter than the bag, in fact. But so like I said, I did sell my other one, and I regretted it afterwards. So I'm glad I found this one. So this is based on the American Hoover Elite 200. It is Hoover Elite 200. It's based on, which was a very early model of Elite for when they first came out. I think they only came out in '88, the Elites. So we got this quite early on when they first introduced the Elites. We only had it for a year, '88 till '89. This was the only soft bag Elite type cleaner that we got in the UK. We did have a couple of other versions in the 90s. We had two commercial dual purpose hard box models. You could have them with tools on board or without. There was a red one and a black one. The red one was the earlier version, but both models were based on the American Hoover Legacy. And the Legacy was also an Elite-based cleaner. We also got a Maytag branded variant of the Hoover Cadivac, which was the American version. But over here it was called the Maytag Removable Tool Rack, upright cleaner or something like that. And we also got a Maytag twin chamber bagless upright, which was also an Elite type cleaner, which was a dirty air with that twin chamber bagless design, which will be quite interesting to see how well that works. Our comparison to that would probably be a Turbo Power Freedom. But anyway, that was quite on the late 90s side and early 2000s. But anyway, this was the only soft bag Elite cleaner that we got in the UK, and when it was sold at the time, it was the most basic upright you could have bought. It didn't even have height adjustment. It was automatic. So the thing that we compared this to really was the Turbo Power Junior. Although, to be quite honest with you, I'd rather have one of these over a Turbo Power Junior. It's sturdier and it's a lot taller. You can see the handle it's right up here. The handle on a Turbo Power or a Turbo Power Junior is probably about here, the top of the handle. So this is a nice height for me. So it's just the right height. Like with a Turbo Power, you end up holding the tip of the handle. Say that's the tip of the handle. You end up holding it like that, so you don't have to stoop. But anyway, so yes, this was the most basic cleaner you could have bought. So as you can see, it's got the detailing there saying Hoover Turbolite and the Hoover Roundel. On the American version, it would have said Hoover Elite 200. I think it would have also had some other lettering saying edge cleaning and other things, and probably the ampage. I think there are 5 amps, the Elite 200s. These are 400 watts, so that's probably the equivalent, because I imagine it's got the same motor but 240 volts instead of 120. Anyway, it sort of has a bumper, but it's like plastic. It's not rubberized, but it's sort of like this wider section here that runs around. And I do like this design where it goes a little bit wider where the brush roll area is. I think that looks nice. So it's just got a flat front because there's no height adjustment or headlight. There's a grill on this side and a grill on this side for the motor to cool. You have the base slide clip for the bag there, the permanent bag, and it just have a little recess where you can put your hand so you could clean stairs and such. So this is the bag, the soft bag. This bag was disgusting when I first got it. I think somebody had used it bagless a number of times, because it was like, it almost looked nicotine stained. It was like yellow, like a browny, dirty, dingy yellow. And when I looked inside, it was also that same colour but sort of darker. So I thought it's never going to come clean, this, if I hand wash it. So I had to put it in the washing machine to get it clean, which it did. It's nice and white now again. The bag didn't fade itself, but the lettering came off, so I had to try it back on with a marker pen. I messed up the A a bit there, but never mind. I'd rather have a clean bag than perfect lettering, but that's just me. So you got the slide clip at the top, which pops off like that, and this is how you change the bag. There's no zip, you just slide that off. You got access to the bag inside. It's nice and clean in there now. This is going to be nigh on impossible, isn't it? Oh no, maybe not. There we go. Never thought I'd do that with one hand. So yeah, you've got this spring-loaded flange, for God's sake, which the bag hooks onto, which has now just come off again. Would do, wouldn't it? There we go. So yeah, spring-loaded thing that the bag, so as the bag fills, it can pull down. On this side at the back you have the handle release pedal, which has 3 positions. It has the upright locked position. Whoops, nearly knocking me out there. It has the working position, which goes into the 3/4 position. And then it has the low furniture position. Why does it look yellow on camera in this lighting? I don't know. Anyway, it is missing the nut and bolt here, so I need to replace that. I do have a spare one that came with my Maytag Cadivac type thing, so I'll put that in. I've got a lower cord hook here. Got the cord, which is 6 meters. The cord hook at the top turns down so you can release it. It's a nice whitish grey colour. The cord hook is intact, unlike my other Turbolite that I used to have. Try to get this in focus here. Doesn't want to, never mind. But anyway, it does turn round 360 degrees. You've got cable protection there, which also holds the cord at the top. And you've got a little sticker there saying, "To assure maximum performance." Come on, focus. Doesn't want to, hang on. There we go. "To assure maximum performance, use only genuine Hoover filter bags type H4. Under that sticker it says type A bags, because of course this is an elite cleaner. We've got a switch on the side there. A nice clunking switch there. It's sort of a rod that goes right down to the motor, and there's a switch on the motor which turns it on and off. And just before I show it you in action here, I'll show you the brush roll. So unlike the Turbolite that I used to have, the brush roll isn't worn. God, the camera is terrible on this phone, I'm sorry. I've broke my phone, you see, I need to go get it fixed today. So I'm using this old iPhone here. Right, there we go, that's better. So you have the one row bristle brush roll, which is in a spiral, which sweeps towards the dirt path. Then you have the beta bar here, which isn't really a beta bar, it's just like a section of the brush roll where there's no bristles been put on it. It doesn't edge clean that well really, the bristles don't get that close. It's better than some. You got the fixed wheels there. I'll just show you the rating sticker. It says Hoover cleaner, model U4527, 240 volts, 50 Hz, 400 watts, serial number U452791014219. After the model number there, the 910 means it was made in October 1989. Trademarks of Hoover Place or the Hoover Company, made in USA. A Hoover roundel there as well, and it's double insulated. Remove plug before removing any cover. I think everybody knows that, don't they? So anyway, here we go, I'll show you in action now. I think I only get 15 minutes on this camera, otherwise it won't let me upload it straight to YouTube. It will say video too long, and then I'll be annoyed. So anyway, here we go. The cord isn't very long, as I probably said, I don't know. So I have some red lentils here, because I've used up all my oats. So I'll just use these here. So off we go. So there you go. And the brush roll bearings are a little bit noisy, so they could do with replacing at some point, but they'll do for now. But anyway, there it is. Oops, I'm going to knock the camera out my hand then. So anyway, there it is, the Hoover Turbolite. Still don't have any tools for this cleaner, but hopefully I will be able to source some eventually. If not,